For the past few months, we have been eagerly anticipating the release of Disney's upcoming collectible card game, Lorcana. The news has been slow to come, but today, on Valentine's Day, the Ravensburger team decided to show their love for the Lorcana community by showing us a brand new preview card, the Magic Mirror from Snow White. It is the first item card that we've seen, so now we know that items are a thing.
Yeah, there are a ton of different ways that you can celebrate Valentine's Day, and we've decided to celebrate by making a video of the top 10 items we're looking forward to seeing in Lorcana in the first few years.
And some of them may have a romance theme.
Yeah.
So this is not the first preview card we've seen. We've seen characters, we've seen actions, but this is the first time we've seen an item. So now we know there are going to be items in the game. So today, we want to go over the top 10 items that we want to see in the game and that we think we're likely to see in the first couple sets.
So first on the list is the rose from Beauty and the Beast.
When you think of iconic Disney items, it doesn't get any more iconic than the rose. Once you see it sitting there dropping petals, you know exactly what it's referring to, and it reminds you of the story every time.
Yeah, I think what's so great about the rose is it symbolizes so many different things throughout the movie, and it's really going to allow Ravensburger to take that card in a bunch of different directions. It could symbolize love, it could symbolize time past, it could symbolize some level of change. I just think the possibilities are really endless here.
Next up is Excalibur from Sword in the Stone.
I love this movie so much. I cannot wait to see Merlin in the game, or even Madame Mim. That would make my life so much better.
I mean, this sword is so important to Disney lore. Not only is it in the title of the film, but there's even an attraction down at Disney World where you can pull a sword from a stone and be a prince or a princess for the day down at Disney. So it's an iconic item, and I think it's a no-brainer to include it in the game eventually.
Yeah, I did that when I was like 6. It was super cool. Next on the list is Ursula's necklace from The Little Mermaid.
You know, we talk a lot about flavor and rules and how they interact to tell a story on the game, and this is an item that definitely tells a story. It was what Ursula used to capture Ariel's voice and take away her power in The Little Mermaid. And so when you put this on the table, it could be used to remove a character's ability or to prevent characters from using their abilities. And so in terms of flavor, this would be a great item to add to the game.
Yeah, when we were talking about The Little Mermaid and trying to decide on the item we wanted to most see, it was really tough. There are 3 that immediately came to mind: the trident, Ursula's necklace, and then the dinglehopper. I would love to see the dinglehopper in Lorcana. However, I cannot think of a way that it would be used. But Ursula's necklace, I think, would be a great item to have in your arsenal and could be incredibly useful and really powerful.
If you think of a way to use the dinglehopper in the game, let us know in the comments where you'll be looking for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking away a character's power, next on the list is Essence of Llama from
Emperor's New Groove.
What a fantastic movie. What a fantastic item. I mean, again, you're talking about an item that is central to the entire film. You hold up that little vial with a llama on it, and everybody in the world knows what movie you're referring to. I love it. I wonder what it tastes like.
Blueberries. Next is Cinderella's slipper.
You know, this is another iconic item. You know, Cinderella's castle is the centerpiece of Disney World. Cinderella is one of the main Disney princesses. And when you think of Cinderella, you have to think of her slipper. There's so many fun things you could do with this on the table. One fun thing that occurred to us is, what if you used it to search for Cinderella in your deck as kind of a retrieval mechanism? Be kind of neat and definitely on flavor.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think with some of the classic princesses and classic stories that we're seeing coming out in this first set of cards, Cinderella is close to follow, if not in the first set.
For sure. Next up is Scrump from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to do from a flavor perspective, but it is just so dang cute we had to put it on the list.
You know, it's Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day is about love, but it's also about friendship. And Scrump was definitely Lilo's best friend for a while. There's that really emotional scene where she throws Scrump away in frustration after the girls run away from her, and she goes back to pick it up and hugs it as if she couldn't bear to leave it behind. So from an emotional perspective, it's one of those things that you want to throw down on the table because, gosh, it just resonates with me.
I know, gets me right in the feels. Next up is the lamp from Aladdin.
You know, it's another iconic item that really represents the movie, but I'm not gonna lie, the lamp makes me a little nervous. To be on flavor, the lamp has to be really powerful because it's probably one of the most powerful Disney items that exists. It summons a genie and gives you 3 wishes, but it's tough to balance in the game because you can't make it too powerful. You can't make it, I get the lamp, I win the game. So I'm sure we're gonna see it in the game, but I'm really kind of nervous about how they're gonna keep it on flavor while keeping the power toned down.
Yeah, maybe it'll let you summon something, but the 3 wishes part I feel like might be more attached to the genie versus the lamp itself.
Perhaps.
So I have to ask, is the carpet an item or a character?
It has to be a character for me. He's got so much personality, and it would just seem unfair to make him an item.
I know, I feel like he can really just kind of straddle the 2 spheres. That actually could be a really interesting thing in the game if the carpet showed up as an item and as a character.
An item character.
Ooh.
Next up is the Devil's Eye from The Rescuers.
Yeah, this was a pretty central piece to the plot of that movie. I mean, the whole reason Penny got kidnapped was to try to get to the Devil's Eye.
Yeah, and you know, so from a gameplay perspective, because this is the quest item for this movie, this is what everybody's after, perhaps there are items that can give you lore. And it's speculated that lore helps you in the game. So maybe by having this item in play, you get a little bit of lore, and your opponents will have to remove the item from play somehow in order to keep you from winning.
Yeah. Next up is Rafiki's staff from The Lion King.
So we know Simba is in the first set, and so we may see items from The Lion King, but when you think about it, there really aren't that many, except for one really important one, which is Rafiki's staff. At first you think of it as a weapon, but actually it is more a symbol of wisdom. Rafiki is the wise man in the film, and so I think that Rafiki's staff won't be a weapon or used to attack. It'll be used for card draw, or to give you an advantage. In fact, the only time it's really used as a weapon is when Rafiki bonks Simba over the head to jog some sense into him. So it's a pretty cool item, and I think it's a card draw engine.
Yeah, and even that's about creating knowledge within the player. So I think, or within the player, within the character. So I think that it would be a great way to create knowledge within a player and help with card draw. Last but certainly not least is the spinning wheel from Sleeping Beauty.
It's another iconic item. It symbolizes the film, and it also has an effect that's pretty intuitive with the flavor of the piece. You know, the spinning wheel was used to put Sleeping Beauty to sleep for a little while, and then she woke up. So rather than remove your opponent's characters from the board, or from the table, this is an item that could be used to exert them or make it so your opponent can't use them for a turn before they're available again for them to use. So it's on flavor, and it's an effect that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a possibility to see in the first set, as we've seen Maleficent, we've seen Aurora, and we've also seen Dragonfire. I think that it's just a natural fit to have an item from this movie and from this realm.
So that was our top 10.
What items do you want to see in Lorcana? Drop us a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, thanks.
Happy Valentine's Day.